Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amelia, and as you can see, I am still in my pajamas, and that is because it is 7:30 on Monday morning. I got up like 30-ish minutes ago, had some breakfast, and now I'm about to have my coffee. But this video is going to be just a little bit of a reading vlog. It's the last week of summer right now, so I thought we could do some fall transition adjacent activities slash reading. But in terms of today, my plan is to go for a run, probably in about 30-ish minutes. I want to do a long run, so I want to get out there before it gets hot, because although it's the last week of summer, it's still pretty toasty. So we want to get that done before it gets too toasty. And maybe go to the library. I could look for some more fall-ish reads. I have been rambling for too long, so let's just get into the video. Hello friends, welcome back. I'm back from my run. It is now 1:45, so I was out for about 2.5 hours, and then I had my shower, had some lunch, and now I am having my protein smoothie and also my coffee. And I'm just going to, I think I'm actually going to set up a little bit of a bullet journal spread for the first time in a long time, just because I feel like I have a lot of things going on right now, and sometimes I just like don't know where to start, or I get behind on things. I don't know, even things that aren't technically like, I'm not beholden to anybody, like specifically this channel. I did take a couple weeks off because I was just like, I don't feel inspired about making videos, and this is a hobby, not a job, so I don't want to force myself to make videos when I'm not enjoying it, because it's a hobby, like I said. So, but I want to have kind of my life a little bit more organized. I want to finish the 3rd draft of my book soon. I want to write more books, and I would like to have some sort of schedule, or at least like list of the things that I want to do somewhere. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a bullet journal spread. Nothing too crazy, but I have all these really cute stickers that my sister got me. She just recently went to Japan, so I might try to use some of those so that I don't have to like draw and like make this take time. Probably just gonna do like a calendar, and then maybe like a list of videos that I want to release. I guess I'll make it for September, even though it's halfway over, and maybe make one for October as well. And then I want to get into working on, I think what I want to work on is, I'm actually working on designing new covers for Bookshops and Bone Dust and Legends and Lattes, because I want that to be my next rebinding project. And then after that, I have a big one planned. I want to do Stormlight Archive. Obviously book 5 is coming out in December, I think. But I'm gonna have to wait until the paperback comes out, because I'm not spending paperback or the price of the hardback only to rip it apart myself. So I'm waiting for the paperback to cut it out. But as soon as it does, that'll be something to look forward to. It is now Tuesday, and I thought I would give you a reading update. I don't actually think I've mentioned what I've sort of been reading, and that is The Fall of Neverdark. This is book 4 of the Echoes saga by Philip C. Quaintrell. It's a self-published series. I've talked about it a bit on this channel. It's kind of not that great. But I own them all, so I'm gonna read them, or at least until I can't take it anymore. Some elements of this one are slightly better, but the writing is still very like clunky and not that good. But I've read like 150 or so pages today. I'm now on page 340, part 3, and I'm hoping to finish it. I don't know. Tamara, can you read? What do you think? Do you like it? Oh, do you have to stand in my book? Thank you. Alright, a bit of a reading update. It is now Wednesday evening, and yesterday I read about 300 pages of Fall of Neverdark. I think in some aspects it is better than the first 3. Like, I think the pacing is pretty good, but a lot of elements of like scenes and like the world building continue to be extremely derivative and kind of blatantly repurposed from other books, namely like Lord of the Rings, and also specifically from the Lord of the Rings movies. He seems to be trying to recreate a lot of scenes. But yeah, I am actually almost done. I read another 100 pages so far today, and there's only 50 left. So hopefully I can maybe finish it today, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, that is the reading update. Hello. So it is the next day, and I just finished The Fall of Neverdark. I think it was an improvement over the first 3 books, just in terms of like specifically plot and pacing. But sorry, this is done. And I'm currently at the library because I had some folds come in. So I have another stack of books here. Mostly these are for a themed reading vlog that I want to do it next week, but I will share my haul quickly. I have Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Oh my god. I have Garlic and the Vampire by Brie Paulson. This is a, oh my god, graphic novel. And then I have Carmilla, the First Vampire by Amy Chu and So Lee. This is not actually part of that vlog, but it just came up. Oh, I don't know if this has ever been read. Sorry, but did you hear the spine? It's like fresh. Anyway, this was not part of that, but it came up when I was searching for the book Carmilla. This is a graphic novel. So I thought I would just check it out, you know, it's in theme for the season. And then finally I have The Invocations by Crystal Sutherland, and yeah, that is the haul. I'm either going to read this next or something for my shelves, maybe Two Towers, maybe Royal Assassin, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but for now I'm gonna go home. So, as you saw, I decided to read Carmilla, and it's very short, so I did actually finish it already. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a short one, but it was a really interesting story, and I thought the art was really well done, and the use of color was really interesting. They have like a thing in the back, if I can find it quickly, showing all their like color studies and like iterations for the different panels. So if you're interested in like the process and stuff, that's also very interesting. But yeah, it was a neat little read, probably like an hour or so, maybe a little bit more depending on obviously your speed and how much you want to check out the artwork. But yeah, I do recommend this for a quick little enjoyable graphic novel. I'm not sure what I'm gonna read next, but yeah, book 2 for the vlog is done. Right, it is now Saturday. I was thinking about making some pumpkin pie like tarts, and I thought we could do that together. It's a little bit of a fun fall activity, so I'm gonna go do that now. Made some popcorn, and I've got my book here. I think I might start with Rural Life in England, perhaps. It's one of the short stories in here. I don't know if I should read them in order or if I should just pick and choose. It might make it harder to remember, but I guess I could always like mark them with like a pencil which ones I've read. So yeah, I think I might do that. I'm gonna start with Rural Life in England. Looks like it's less than 10 pages, so I'm probably gonna read that, maybe some other ones, I don't know, but that's the plan. It's finally starting to thunder. It's been supposed to thunderstorm all day, but it's very convenient that just as I'm sitting down with a book, starting to thunder. I don't know if it's gonna rain. Hopefully. I hope it rains actually. I like a nice rain sound while I read, but it's nice that it's thundering. I read the English Countryside thing, and then I also read The Broken Heart from this, and I definitely thought that they were going to be stories because it says, and other stories from the sketchbook. And maybe some of the things in here are, but these were more like musing, just like a guy just like thinking about stuff and writing down his thoughts on it, which is fine, I guess. It's if not super interesting. The one on like the English Countryside was nice because the writing is quite good, so the prose and like descriptions of the countryside are good, although I think somewhat his perspective on like class and how he seems to think that like the poor people, the peasants, were all just like happy-go-lucky in the countryside, and obviously that was probably not the case. I don't know exactly how everybody felt, but I would hazard a guess that the people who had significantly less than the Lords and whatever. Probably we're not the happiest about the situation. Maybe it's better than some places, but then the one after it, The Broken Heart, that was just straight up sexist the whole time, because he's just like, women, like, their whole thing is falling in love. That's kind of like all they do with their life and all they like think about. So if a man has like a love issue where like they break up or whatever, he can kind of just like brush it off because he's got better stuff to do with his life, like more important things. Whereas a woman, that's like all that matters to her. So like if someone breaks her heart, she's gonna like waste away and die. And you know, obviously that's a very dated opinion. So it's of his time, I guess, but I don't know. I had hoped these were stories. I'm not that interested in reading the musings of a guy who existed in a time when you said shit like that about women, but I'll probably try to read a few more. I don't know if I'll read them right now, but I'm at least somewhat interested in this art of bookmaking one. I feel like maybe we'll have something interesting to say about that. But yeah, I mean, musings are not as interesting as stories to me. So the only good thing in this might be The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is unfortunate, because if I knew that, I probably would have tried to find just Sleepy Hollow in its own bind up, even though it's only like 30 pages, but it would have been a cute little thin book. So whatever, I have this now. I might make my way through it at some point. All right, friends, I'm here to wrap up the vlog. I kind of feel like I maybe didn't film enough for it, but you know, the week is over and I have another vlog that I really want to start filming today, actually. So you'll have that to look forward to. But as a quick wrap up, we read The Fall of Neverdark, or at least finish, but I still had kind of most of it to go, so I'm gonna say we read it. We also read Carmilla the First Vampire, which was a graphic novel. I've already returned that to the library, so I don't have it to show you. And then finally we read two of these sort of like essay things, reflections in this collection, Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Other Stories from the Sketchbook. So maybe less reading than some influencers, booktubers, whatever you want to call them, do in a reading vlog, but I think that for a person who has a job, it was a pretty good reading week. I can't complain. Finished another book from my unread books collection, so all in all, a success, I would say, but that is all that I have time for today. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.